So using Java, we can design window applications. You can design web applications. You can design web applications. You can design desktop applications. You can design the Android applications, or mobile applications. Next, embedded system applications. Embedded system applications like SIM card, television, remote, TV remote. This comes under embedded system applications. You can design, and using this, we can design scientific applications also. You can design scientific applications. Next, we can design mathematical applications. Mathematical applications. Next, database connectivity. Database connectivity applications. So window applications, web application, desktop applications, Android applications. Next, embedded system applications, scientific applications, mathematical applications, desktop desktop database connectivity applications, and we can also design aeronautical applications. So these are all the different kinds of applications where we can design using Java. Okay. So these are all the applications which you can design using Java. Now, what is the syntax of Java? What is the syntax? Anybody? So whenever you want to write a program, or whenever you want to compile a program, the Java should always start with a name called class. Class with a name. For example, operation. Class with a class name. Under that, you need to give open braces. Now, when you want to compile a program without the main method, you cannot execute it. So for that, we use public static void main string comma args. Okay, na? Okay, madam.
Okay, Balakrishna.
Okay. So I'm going to use system.out.println. Welcome to Java. So whatever the statement you want, you can print that statement. So every program will always start with the Java with class with a class name. And without the, when you want to compile the program, there should be main method. If there is no main method, you cannot compile the program. So that is public static void main string comma arguments is the passing parameters. Next, here public static void string. Next, system.out.println class name, class. These are called as a keywords, or you can also call them as user defined characters. We call it as a user defined functions. You can also say it as a user defined functions. Is it user defined or system defined? Anybody?
User defined.
User defined is nothing but, madam, whenever you are declaring variable by the user are called user defined. If you are getting the library functions from the system, those are called predefined or keyword. Predefined or keyword. Chundi, when you see in this program, when you see in the syntax, see the class is a predefined. Operation is an user defined. User defined is I have created operations with the name called operation, that is user defined, and the class is a predefined. And bottom you can find a public static void main. This is the main method. Without the main method, you cannot compile the program. So public static void main string comma arguments. Under that, you can write a block of code. So required functionality, you can write it over there and you can compile the program. You can compile the program. So this is the part of your syntax of your program. Every program will always start with the name called class name with open braces and close braces. Now, in the above syntax, class is a class is a keyword which is used to declare a class. A class is a keyword which is used to declare a class. Mean that? Or 1 second. Now, it is a keyword. Class is a keyword, or we can also call predefined words. Predefined words. Now, these predefined words or keywords, which comes from the library of the Java, library function from the Java. So now, public, when you come to the public, now can anybody tell me what is meant by class? Anybody?
Single
Class
program.
is a predefined
Okay,
keyword used to declare a class.
okay. So you can start to say it as collection of objects or a single program. Okay, actually we'll say like this, but we can't say like this. Actually, when you come to the class now, it is a collection of or combination of data member and a member function. Data member and a member function is called as a class. Data member is nothing but the variable which are declared inside the class are called data members. Okay, so the variables which are declared inside the class are called as data members. The function which is declared inside the class is called as member function. So whatever variable you are declaring before inside the class are called data members, and whatever the functions we are going to create, those are called as a member functions or called as a member function. Example, class testing is my class name. Int x comma y comma z. Public static void main string comma aux. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll create one more. Public void add. Now see, this is your main method. Under the class, if you have declared these variables are called data member. And the function which is declared inside the class is called as a member function. So member function. Okay, so the class is a collection of data member and a member function. Next, public. Public is a keyword which is nothing but called as a access specifier or called as a modifier. Mean that whatever variable you have declared before the method, it can be accessible to any other methods in the program. It can be accessible to any other program in the Java. So can any give an example for public? Anybody? What do you mean by public? Nobody?
No, Balakrishna.
No, Balkis, no idea.
Okay.
We use that methods in another class.
Hmm.
Yeah, it is public like global.
See, this is your class, right? Under the class, I'm declaring int x comma y comma z. So these variables are called
Global variable.
global variables. Similarly, we can also call them as any other thing? Just now told you data
Data
members.
members.
Data members. And if you are declared any method public void test, and this function is called member function, which is a part of Java. So Java is a combination of data member and a member function. Data member and a member function is called as a Java. Next, public. Whenever you declare a variable outside the method, which can be accessible to all the methods in the same class. So public is a keyword which is an access specifier or keyword access specifier. The variables which are declared inside the class can be accessible to other methods. Can anybody give an example? See, class T1 int a comma b comma c. Public void subtraction. No. Now, if I declare the variable outside the method, inside the class, these variable can be accessible to the addition as well as same values can be accessible to subtraction. This is called public. So if you have declared the variable outside the method, which can be accessible to the remaining methods. Okay, you can call same variables to addition and the same values to subtraction also you can call. This is called, what do you call? Public. It's called as a public. So variable which are declared outside the method and inside the class are known as public, is known as a public. Similarly, we can also use private. Have you tried with this? The next one is public. Public is private. What do you mean by private? If you are declared, for example, if you are declared int a comma b comma c in this addition only, sorry, if you are declared inside the addition and which cannot be accessed, mean that you can call those methods, you can call those variables only to this method and which cannot be accessible to other methods. This is called a private. So if your variables are declared inside the method, which can be accessible only to the method and which cannot be used for remaining methods, that is called private. Is called as a private. See, for example, now see, one method is there. variables XYZ. Method is there. And one more method I'm creating. Public void test1. Now open braces, close braces. Next, see, you have declared these variables outside the method now. This can be called to this method as well as to this method. This is called as a private. Is called as a, is it private or public?
Public.
Sure. Yes. Now, if it declared inside the method, then what do you call?
Private.
Private. Mean that these variables can be used only to this method and which cannot be called to remaining methods. That is called as a private. So the public is variables declared before the method can be accessible to all the methods. Private is if the variables are declared inside the class, inside the method, which can be accessible only to the method and which cannot be called to any other method. That is called as a private. So public, private. So now, the variables which are declared inside the class and outside the method can be accessible to any other methods, any other methods in the same class, Now, when you come to this part, now private, when you come to the private, so you can write as the variables which are declared inside the class, inside the method and which cannot be accessible to any other methods. To any other methods. So now, class, public, private. Now what are this left out in this? Public static void. Static. What is by static? Anybody? What is by static?
Object structure.
Any other things? Static is a constant, sir. Is a constant. It returns value, but there is no return value.
No need to access.
Yes. So mean that
Create
static is a constant value. Next. Void is a null. It doesn't have any, it doesn't return any null value. Null. Void is a null. Main is a method. Next. String is a data type. Next. A of is passing values. So these are all public static, void main, string comma, arguments. So these are all comes under syntax of Java. What are the syntax of Java is public static, void main, string comma, arguments, and which are going to pass the values to the arguments by using string value, So this is the basic part of your Java. Got it? Now, whenever we write a program, how we can run the program? Anybody? You have written the Eclipse, right? Now, for example, you have written the program in Notepad. How we are going to compile that? Anybody?
In command prompt.
Open your command
In
prompt
it,
with a dot extension of Java C, right?
Java.
Java
Yes.
C. Yes. When you use that file, automatically it will be compiled through the command prompt. So you can execute. So we can execute the Java program by using command prompt, NetBeans, by using Eclipse, and by using Android phone. So if they ask you how you are going to execute the program of Java, so we can execute the Java in multiple ways. One is by command prompt, second one by using NetBeans, third one by using Java Eclipse, and the fourth one is by using Android phone. By using Android phone, we can run the Java. So what are the variable ways we can run your compilation? Now, the first part of your Java is variables in Java. I think most of the people knows what do you mean by variable. Anybody? What do you mean by variable?
Which holds the value, which stores the value.
Okay. Any other things?
It is like a container.
Container, okay. It is a name for
Data type.
yes, okay. It is a name for storing data of different types. We can store the data of different types, or the value which changes during runtime process is called as a variable. Now, it always contains mean that it always be declared with the data type only. So while assigning any value to a variable, it should be declared with the data type. Without any data type, you cannot assign any value to the variable. So it is a mandatory for assigning the values to the variable is by using data type. Now, how you are going to declare the variable in the class? So variable declaration. First one. For example, I'll give one example, variable declaration. Integer roll number, float something like name of that will make as float value can consider, or else you can take with the float value marks. Okay, you consider marks. Next, character grade. So these are the three components where we are going to declare the values. Here, roll number is a variable which is assigned to a type, data type, integer. Marks is a user defined where we are going to assign the marks to the variable data type, float. Grade is a string or it is a Grade is a variable of type character. Grade, character grade equal to A. If I mention A, that will be considered as a character. Considered as a character. Next. Here, in the above, roll number is a variable of type integer. Marks is of type float or double. Next, character is a type of data. Which type? Here, marks, not marks. Here, what is it? Grade. Grade is a type of data. What is a grade of type character? Character. Now, whatever values have been declared for a variable, you need to assign the values. So, how we are going to assign the values? Assigning values to the variable declaration. To the variable declaration. So, how you are going to assign that? Roll number equal to 10. Marks equal to 50. Marks equal to 50 or marks equal to 90.00. Next, grade equal to okay na? So in this way we are going to assign and we can declare the values to the variable. Next, what are the rules to define a variable? What kind of rules to be followed for assigning the values to the variable? Anybody?
It should start with uppercase and underscore. We should not start with number.
Okay, it should start with a alphabet. Okay, na?
And
Alphabet
underscore.
as well as underscore. Next, the first letter should not be digit. The first letter should not be any digit. Next, after first letter, after first character, it may be combination of character as well as digit. Blank spaces are not allowed. Blank spaces are not allowed. Next, variable declaration name should not be any data type. Any data type or keyword. Any data type or keyword. See, what is the first rule? It should start with alphabet as well as underscore. See, for example, I'm going to create so here I'm going to declare the first letter should be alphabet or underscore. So int a equal to 10. Int a underscore equal to 10. Can I write like this? Will this accepts?
No.
Will this accepts?
No.
No.
It is printing now. Is he accepting, right?
Yes.
Now, the first letter should not be any digit. See, if I give 1A1, will this accept? It is an invalid. It is an invalid. So, first letter should not be any value. Next, after first character, it can be any combination of character as well as digit. See, after first character, A1, A1, A underscore. You can give like this. It can be special symbol underscore and it can be character with values. Okay, na? So it can be acceptable. Next, the blank spaces are not allowed. What is the blank spaces? For example, if I give like this, A space A1 equal to 10, will this accept? So
No.
variable name should
No.
not be any blank space. It should not accept any spaces for declaring any value to the variable. Okay, next. Variable declaration name should not be start with a keyword or data type. See, sir, can I give like this? Int A1 equal to 10. Can we give this?
No.
Since int is a data type, int is a keyword. Again, int we can't give. So data type with data type cannot be give. Keyword with keyword we cannot give. Instead of this, we can give in. Will this accept? Yes, this accepts. Right? So the keywords cannot be used as for declaring any value to the variable. So these are all the rules to be followed for declaring any values to the variable. Got it? Any doubts?
Yes, Bal.
Yes.
No doubt.
Doubts, Balakrishna.
Write a program to print sum of two values and get the result in the third variable. Using the third variable, I want to get the result, right? So how do you write? Write a program to print the sum of two values and get the result in the third variable. So what I can do? Int A equal to 10, int B equal to 20, okay na? Int B equal to 20, int C equal to A plus B. So system dot out dot println of C. That's all. So this is, we are going to add two values and getting the result in the third variable. This is how to write a small program. Okay. Okay. Now when you compile it, automatically get the results. Okay, na? So this is how we are going to work on variables. Tomorrow we'll see what are the type of variables are there, like local variables, global variables, and we'll see some programs tomorrow. Okay. Okay.
Okay, Balakrishna.
If you have
Okay,
any doubts,
Balakrishna.
if you have any doubt, we'll discuss it tomorrow.
No. Okay, Balakrishna.
Okay. Thank you all.
Okay, Balkrishna, thank you.
Thank you,
Okay,
Balakrishna.
Balakrishna. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.